'Twas a cold winter's night, and without any heat, I wore Bombas socks so they'd warm up my feet. Yay, my feet cried, these socks are the best. So cushy and warm, I can finally rest. But don't rest, I said, there's more if you please. Bombas also makes underwear, slippers, and tees. And for each thing you purchase, they donate one new to someone who needs it so they're cozy too. Everybody deserves to feel good all the time, so gift Bombas this season. That's the end of this rhyme. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase.
Hey guys, I'm Patrick Schwarzenegger, the founder of Mosh, which is a protein bar made specifically for your brain. Our bars are not only nutritious, but they are absolutely delicious, and they are loaded with up to 13 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar, and amazing ingredients that support a healthy brain like lion's mane, ashwagandha, vitamin B12, vitamin D3, and so much more. But the best part is, every time you purchase one of our bars, we donate to Alzheimer's research. So if you want to find ways to give back to others and fuel your body and your brain, Mosh bars are the perfect choice for you.
Head to moshlife.com/pod20 to get 20% off plus free shipping on the Bestsellers Trial Pack or the new Plant-Based Trial Pack. That's 20% off plus free shipping on either the Bestsellers Trial Pack or the Plant-Based Trial Pack at moshlife.com/pod20.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward.
You know how you have moments in your life when you realise that you have levelled up and that you are officially an adult?
Mm.
Let me tell you how I spent this weekend.
Mm.
I'm in a garage, which for me is unusual, and I removed and replaced the car battery in my car. I had it all on my hands, Vic.
That's a John job for sure, isn't it?
I didn't have any tools. I had to borrow tools because I'm a pathetic man.
Yeah.
But I had oil on my hands like a real man.
Oh my God.
And I love getting Liz. I'm just in the garage. I'm just fiddling with the car. Don't mind me.
Did you have turn-ups on your jeans while you were doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the most Queensland thing I've ever done. Other than like fishing and fixing the car. That's how I spend my weekends now, fishing and fixing the car.
I can't imagine you fixing a car. You're too delicate.
I know. Yeah, I'd chip nails and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. But I really felt like I'm a dad now. That's what dads do.
Yes.
They come in smelling a little bit of oil and just fiddling with things in the car.
Did you lose your keys and then cut your toenails somewhere really inappropriate afterwards? Because that would have just topped it off.
With that, yeah. I tell you what I do now. I'd like to know your views on acceptable places to cut toenails.
Yes.
I think the shower, acceptable. The bed, unacceptable. What I now do is I'm standing next to the shower, I've got my foot up on the sink and I'm doing it over the sink.
Oh, yeah, that's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable, but it's very practical.
What about the plane? I've seen someone doing it on a plane.
That's a fucking disgrace.
That is disgrace.
Where do you do yours?
I do them, I pick at them while I'm watching television.
Unacceptable. Your toenails. Picking a fingernail, very different to picking a toenail.
Yeah, I like picking my toenails.
Oh, that is gross.
So much so that they bleed.
Too much so and they bleed.
Too much toe.
Where does John do them? Is he acceptable?
No, his are like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Right.
Yeah, like all overgrown and mangled.
Yeah. I tell you what I have done before and got a lot of trouble in is I have without realising it, if I'm in the car, I often bite my nails.
Oh, yeah.
And the issue with that is that where do those nails go? In the footwell. And like, we've had a few times when Liz has gone to hoover the car and she's like, hey, it's like 19 bits of fingernail in the footwell of the driver's seat.
Oh, God, we're sharing too much. Is there bogies under there as well?
No.
Bogies under the
I
seat?
wouldn't flick those. No, those are straight down the gob.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I saw Nelly going to put a bogey in her mouth yesterday and just went, no! Before
Did you
she
dive?
did it. Yeah, I dived in slow motion to pull her hand away. Don't eat it.
Ate it yourself.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's quite nice, actually.
So that was my big win from the weekend. But hey,
Yes.
have you had any wins recently?
Not really.
No, you're more of a loser.
Well, as in the parenting realm?
I
or
think just
adulting?
yeah. Let's go with parenting or adulting.
Okay, the fact that I own my house is an adult thing that I never thought I'd ever achieve. I am responsible for the lives of children. I own a lawnmower, like you.
Which, be honest with me, have you ever used it?
Absolutely
So
not.
it doesn't count.
I own one, though. That makes me adult. I don't have to necessarily use
I'm
it.
actually selling one at the moment. If you want
I'll
one.
buy it. Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
you
I've
can
got
have
loads
two.
of them. I just go onto Facebook Marketplace. It makes
Just
me
buy
seem
lawnmowers.
very adult. I think it's weird as an adult that people think what I say has worth, i.e. they listen to this podcast.
Yes.
Poor misguided fools.
That is adult.
I get up before the sun sets, not because before it rises.
Okay.
I
so
get up before the sun sets because there was a time
you're
in
saying
my
you
life.
doze off a lot in the afternoon.
No, there was a time in my life where I didn't get up until 6 p.m. in the evening.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's rare that you now see sunrise and sunset.
Yes,
Whereas
yeah.
before it was just
Sunset.
sunsets. Yeah.
I love it that the FBI know I exist.
So we need to unpack that.
My friend, a friend of mine.
What rules or laws have you broken that you've not told on the podcast?
I have got a mate who works in forensic. She actually deciphers ransom notes
What?
for the FBI.
That is a cool job.
I know. And when she got the job, she needed a reference, and I was the reference.
So had you worked with her?
No, we were teaching English together in Thailand, and she went on to train as this particular job for the FBI.
So you had to write to the FBI and go, she's decent.
Yeah, and I had to sign it, and I had to send a letter to
Did
the FBI.
you write in the letter, P.S. I'm also available for employment if you need
No,
someone?
I wrote, P.S. The body wasn't me.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
She
so
works for the FBI.
Yeah, so that's pretty adult, don't you think? And not only did I write a reference, which is extremely adult, the FBI now know I exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, beat that one, motherfucker. I have a tea drawer and a cupboard for other people's birthdays.
Oh, yeah, my mum has that. So you just buy gifts throughout the year, you're like,
Yes.
oh, put it in the present drawer and it'll be for someone some
with
point.
the potpourri from 1984.
Yeah. Do you have a drawer full of wrapping paper?
Yes.
Yeah, you are an adult.
Oh my God, I'm so adult. And the fact that I have a coffee machine that grinds its own beans. And a boarding...
Hang on.
Wait.
Do you know how to use the coffee machine?
No.
John does it every time.
Just I have this machinery around my house. I'm just adult because I have it, not necessarily because I use it. But I can afford it, basically. Yeah. But I do have a balding, hairy husband as well. I think you have to be an adult to get one of those.
Yes.
Because they're quite hard to handle. The hairy bullet, especially when he's in the pool.
Is that your nickname for him?
Yeah, when he's in the pool, he's so hairy that when he kicks off one end, all the hair goes soft, and it's like a bullet, like a fast bullet going through the air with a trail behind it. The hairy bullet, there he goes. I wish this
Poor John.
Yeah.
Poor
so
John,
basically, I
hairy
like
bullet.
owning things that make me look older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is this all going? Where is this
basic
going?
synopsis, I now have enough money to buy things that make people think that I'm an adult, but I can't use them because to be honest, I'm still a child.
Because I'm a child, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We don't mind a quote here on the Sober Awkward podcast, and I would say we have quoted pretty much everyone, from Robbie Williams to Einstein to that weird period when you kept quoting yourself.
Einstein?
Yeah, Einstein. We've quoted him.
Einstein. How do you say it?
Einstein.
Einstein. It's like
Iron
Ironside.
Maiden. Do you not know the band, Einstein? And also, I was going to say that weird period when you kept quoting yourself.
Yes, I loved that. Was my favourite time of my life.
I couldn't sort of rid that of you for a while.
No, I'm in
I
it.
think it was you becoming an author going to your head.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just going to quote myself
Yes,
a lot. So
yeah.
I prefer to quote the band Einstein. Today's episode was inspired by another great philosopher of the world, Vic, and that is Steve-O.
Yeah.
You may know him from Jackass, or for being a wonderful spokesman for sobriety. He also notched up his 16th year of sobriety in July.
Amazing.
Or you might know him for being the man who has snorted wasabi, locked himself in a portaloo, and was slungshot out into the air. He walked on a tightrope over hungry alligators, and he's done lots of terrible things to his penis.
I love it. It doesn't surprise me. I love it that we're using Steve-O. Like, you and I, we wouldn't resonate with an academic, really, would we?
No.
Steve-O's kind of our level of person, isn't he?
Someone that does funny stuff to his penis, that's the level
He's
of
in.
the people that inspire us.
That's what you have to do to be in our gang, and you have to perform it in front of me alone in a room.
That's it. I do think it's just as well you and Steve-O never met when you were drinking. I reckon you're both dangerous people.
Oh, very dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm glad I never met him.
Imagine your child, you and Steve-O's child.
I like that you're talking about me in the same breath as Steve-O.
I do, yeah.
I imagine he's a little bit more extreme. He got into the huffing at the end of his addiction.
What's huffing?
Huffing is the gas canisters, like an
Oh,
empty
laughing gas.
aerosol. Yeah, laughing gas, that's what it is,
yeah.
It's a sort of type of gas that you can inhale, and he was very much into that. It's a really good documentary about him online, and I just finished his book, actually, which I will give to you.
Oh, good.
It's actually from the library. It's overdue. Yeah,
We're in the library now.
I'm in the library now.
Do you want to return it now? You've forgotten it. What do you owe them?
Quite a lot of money, I think, yeah. I don't owe drug dealers anymore. That's
owe
another sign of
libraries.
adulting.
I'm being chased by libraries after the cash
they're
rather
all
than
over
drug
me.
dealers. Yeah, they're on my tail.
Quick, skip the lights. The library's behind
It's
us.
Barbara. Barbara's looking at me.
It's Sheila from accounts.
The quote of his that inspired this episode is the following. The beautiful thing about being an alcoholic and or a drug addict is that it's the only disease where once you treat it, you become a better version of yourself than you ever were before you got sick. Any other disease, the best you can hope for is to get back to as healthy as you were before you got sick. But again, after giving up drugs and alcohol, we become improved versions of ourselves. It's so awesome.
Awesome, man.
This struck me for a number of reasons. Firstly, I've never thought of this before, and I certainly can't think of another disease that we have the ability to recover so well from. Also, I would say, as two people who gave up without having the disease of alcoholism, I would say this is equally relevant to anyone that goes sober at any stage of their life, like you and I, Vic.
In today's episode, we're going to have a quick look at the term disease before comparing our lives before and after our sobrieties. And finally, in the hope that it might give you some hope and motivation, we will readdress your relationship with alcohol too.
That's the plan. So to begin with, let's have a look at both the term alcoholism and the word disease. As ever, some people find benefits in labelling themselves an alcoholic or admitting to the fact that they are suffering from a disease. Whereas for others, like Vic and I, we've never identified with those terms and prefer to think of ourselves as problem drinkers, party animals, or even normal drinkers in the eyes of society. Vic, obviously we can only share our own opinions on this, but why have you never liked to use the term alcoholic when talking about yourself?
I find it really boxy. Mm-hmm. It's sort of peripheral vision. There's no peripheral vision. It's narrow-minded for me. One-dimensional, right. Yes. All of those words in one place. Mm-hmm. I find that it puts me into a certain realm with others, and I don't feel comfortable with that. I feel like everybody's story is different. I feel mine is different from Joe Bloggs next door, or Steve-O, or anyone, and even you. And I find those terms really box people in and make them think that they have to be a certain way or they have to label themselves. I think you've really got to only label yourself with something you're really happy with, not that someone tells you to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It sounds like a life sentence to me, the word alcoholic and the word disease. They scare me, those words. They sound very heavy and very serious. And as you always say, Hamish, like alcoholism is a very serious topic, but sobriety doesn't have to be. And I don't want to be boxed in with a life sentence over words that I feel are quite heavy. I want to be someone that's in recovery or healing or was a problem drinker but now is happier. Like, I want to see movement in the words rather than them being quite stagnated. Okay. I don't like the archaic image that it conjures up in people when you use words like alcoholic. You just think of someone passed out covered in vomit, and that's, well, I was that quite often. Let's not pretend I was never that, but I wasn't that all the time. Yeah. Also, it puts blame on the user. You know, we hate that. It's saying it's your disease, your problem, whereas in fact it's probably more of a social problem than anything else. And I felt like I never really made a choice about alcohol, so why label myself with something I had no choice over? Perhaps if I was a vegetarian, it's a bit different, isn't it? I've made that choice to stop eating meat. That's quite a nice term in that respect. It's quite light. But when it's something heavy dropped on you for something you feel like you never had a choice over, it changes a bit. I'm an alcoholic makes me feel like it's not something I can recover from.
Right.
So I know in AA, I think they say that you are an alcoholic no matter where you are in the recovery process. But I wouldn't say that I am that. I maybe was an alcoholic in the eyes of some people, but I'm certainly not an alcoholic now. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want people to call me that. I don't really want to be associated with that. But that's just me. For some people, especially Lucy, that was right. It meant she could identify the problem.
And it motivated her.
And it motivated her. So this is really what we're saying is my point of view on this. I don't like the weight of words upon me. Perhaps I was an alcoholic in some ways, but I don't know whether those terms helped me, disease or alcoholic. Because at the end of the day, I've done it again, Hamish. I keep saying at the end of the day, don't I? At the end of the day, at the middle of the day.
Yeah, at midday.
At midday, it's a choice, I think, to drink or not drink. And it might be a difficult choice to unravel, but there's still a cure, which is sobriety. So I think saying you've got a disease or saying you are an alcoholic forever, for me, didn't work.
Do you think you suffered from the disease of alcoholism, or do you think these two things, disease and alcohol and being an alcoholic, are one and the same thing?
I'm so unsure about this. I think it's a really
isn't it?
hard question to answer. I can't, but I will try. I don't feel, as I said, like I had a disease. I perhaps hadn't got that far in. I think that's where you and I are lucky. We jumped off the crazy chain before it crashed. I feel like I was mentally addicted, not physically addicted to alcohol, and that could be the difference. For me, that meant the power was in my hands. I was able to take responsibility and stop, whereas a full-blown addict might not be able to do the same, and they might need a lot more intervention than I had. I prefer not to identify here. I don't want to put myself in any category, just that I was a drinker and now I'm not. When we use the term disease, it sounds like something you can get a pill for and get better. And that might lead people just to thinking it's a matter of being diagnosed with alcoholism and then you don't have to look outside of yourself for a cure. I truly believe what you need is in you. You just might need some help getting it out, not a pill.
So when you say, I wasn't very well during my drinking years, are you more referring to the fact that you were hungover a lot of the time? Or are you talking about I wasn't very well as in I was mentally unwell because of the alcohol?
I was mentally unwell because of the alcohol, definitely.
So that sort of sounds like you were sick. Maybe sick, but not living with a disease.
A disease takes the responsibility out of the hands of the user, I would say.
Yeah.
And for me, the only way I was able to stop drinking was to take responsibility for it.
Okay.
I always say that to you, like it was my hand, it was my fiver being waved at the barman. It was always coming from me. And if I didn't take responsibility for that and said I had a disease, it's like, who's going to help me then? Well, where's the doctor? I've got a disease. Can somebody come and help me? Where it has to come from you.
See, that's interesting because it's literally two opposite arguments, both of which have a place in this argument.
Yes.
For you were like, I cannot surrender and say I've got a disease and it's not up to me. For other people, I imagine Steve included, like, okay, this is a disease, or like Matthew Perry speaks about, it's like, I have a disease, I do not have any control over this, and that is why I need help. Yeah, the same word can mean two totally different things to two people in their recovery.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Like, maybe I did have a disease, and maybe that does take some of the responsibility of me. Like, for me, even saying that now, it does feel quite comfortable because it means, well, it wasn't my fault, and it gives you a little bit more of empathy for yourself and a bit of sympathy for the situation. But again, for me, it wasn't ever going to change anything. The only time I was able to change anything was when I made that choice to stop drinking and to have therapy for it. I think if I'd just gone on saying, well, I've got a disease, I'm just not sure how mentally I could have unpacked that. It's really strange,
Well,
isn't
whatever
it?
you said to yourself works. You've been sober for years. So
Yeah,
I guess
totally.
Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, and that's the same for everybody out there. What might work for me might not work for you. And if it works for you saying, I've got a disease that I need help for, well, that's great too.
Whether you find the benefits of using these terms or would rather not, it's important that you do whatever you think is right to help you with your sobriety. We understand these are both quite punchy phrases that come with a level of expectation and judgment from others. But in order to really laser in on alcoholism as a disease, I wanted to first take a look at the definition of that word. Literally speaking, a dis-ease is the opposite of ease, meaning something is wrong with a bodily function. I never knew that. I never separated those words.
No, I've never thought about that.
It's an abnormal condition that affects the structure or function of part or all of the body and is usually associated with specific signs and symptoms.
Of course, some of the diseases you might have heard of, like herpes, Hamish, for you, for example,
you.
shingles, yeah, you've got that as well, E. coli, influenza B and A. That's my personal favourite, of course, chlamydia.
That is your favourite?
Yes, yeah, that's my favourite.
Are you currently riddled or?
Yeah, riddled, yeah. Too much?
No.
I am not riddled with chlamydia, just in case anyone's listening.
I feel like you can only be riddled with chlamydia. No one has just a little bit.
And rickets.
I just have a pinch of chlamydia. No, you're riddled.
Riddled is just... Being riddled with anything is not good.
It is, isn't it?
So is alcoholism considered a disease? Quite simply, yes. Alcoholism is widely recognised as a disease by medical and mental health professionals. It's classified as a substance use disorder in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is the standard classification of mental disorders used by mental health professionals. There you go, a bit of a mouthful there. And it is known as an alcohol use disorder, an AUD, characterised by an inability to control alcohol consumption despite negative consequences. So wait a second. So alcohol use disorder, so I do have that then. Mm-hmm. So I had an inability to control alcohol consumption despite negative consequences. Yes, I had that. So does that therefore mean if I went to a doctor, they would tell me I had a disease?
I don't know. I think because there is negative connotation with the word disease, I feel like maybe alcohol use disorder is easier for us to wrap our heads around.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels less extreme to have an alcohol use disorder than have the disease of alcoholism.
Okay, so where's the blame here, though? That's what I'm interested in. Is the blame on the drug? Is it on the user? Is it on the disease? Like, it's really confusing, isn't it?
I think, like we said earlier, like it's up to you to label yourself or use the words that are kind to yourself or that frighten you into sobriety.
Yeah.
Whichever word you want to use that leads you to sobriety, use that one.
Yeah.
And if it's not working, use the other one.
Good advice.
Hey guys, I'm Patrick Schwarzenegger, the founder of Mosh, which is a protein bar made specifically for your brain. Our bars are not only nutritious, but they are absolutely delicious, and they are loaded with up to 13 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar, and amazing ingredients that support a healthy brain like lion's mane, ashwagandha, vitamin B12, vitamin D3, and so much more. But the best part is, every time you purchase one of our bars, we donate to Alzheimer's research. So if you want to find ways to give back to others and fuel your body and your brain, Mosh bars are the perfect choice for you.
Head to moshlife.com/pod20 to get 20% off plus free shipping on the Bestsellers Trial Pack or the new Plant-Based Trial Pack. That's 20% off plus free shipping on either the Bestsellers Trial Pack or the Plant-Based Trial Pack at moshlife.com/pod20.
'Twas a cold winter's night, and without any heat, I wore Bombas socks so they'd warm up my feet. Yay, my feet cried, these socks are the best. So cushy and warm, I can finally rest. But don't rest, I said, there's more if you please. Bombas also makes underwear, slippers, and tees. And for each thing you purchase, they donate one new to someone who needs it so they're cozy too. Everybody deserves to feel good all the time, so gift Bombas this season. That's the end of this rhyme. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase.
Like other chronic diseases, alcoholism is influenced by genetic, psychological, and environmental factors. It can have serious health consequences and can lead to various physical, mental, and social problems if left untreated. Some of you might find solace in the fact that you can label this addiction a disease and a sickness, whereas for others, this might frighten the life out of you. Either way, it's something that needs to be taken very seriously. The good news is that if our mate Steve-O's words can be trusted, not only can you recover from this, but your life can be better than it ever was before.
Yeah, I love this point, Hamish, because my life is definitely better than before. And I love that Steve-O is made that so clear in the way that he speaks. Like, there is no other disease that you just recover from. You just go back to how you were and go, oh yeah, I feel normal again.
No, I don't have shingles. Yeah.
No, I don't have shingles.
Yeah.
I've still got a bit of chlamydia, but the shingles have cleared up nicely. And then, but sobriety, something else happens, doesn't it? Something else clicks. It's like, well, no, now I can actually live my life. Now I can actually do the things that I want to do and have clarity in my choices and all the other things that we're going to list in a minute. But it's incredible that you can be so unwell with something that's so socially acceptable and then stop that one thing that everyone's telling you to do and then actually have a better life because you stop doing something that is so socially acceptable.
Exactly.
It's really fucked up the whole system, isn't it? It's weird. Hame, you know this is my favourite part of the show. Shall we share the ways in which our lives, both from a physical and mental point of view, have not only recovered, but have surpassed anywhere that we were before we gave up?
Yeah, let's do it. And remember, both of us have seen these benefits despite giving up without a serious problem with alcohol. The worse an issue you have, the bigger the improvements you will notice.
Oh gosh, yeah, that is very true. So my biggest wins, Hamish, are all of the adulty things that we discussed earlier in the podcast when we first arrived. And I wouldn't have any of those things, those lawnmowers, sitting around my house that my husband uses if I was still a drinker.
Well, didn't Osher say that in his chat with me? I'm sure he said that, he started drinking at 14 and because of that he was sort of stuck in the emotional intelligence age of a 14-year-old because then he just boozed hard for 20 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I guess that there's an element of truth in that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, they say that you don't mature from the day that you start drinking.
Yeah.
So I started drinking when I was 13. I think when I was 40, I still had the emotional language and intelligence of a 13, 14-year-old child. I didn't start growing and maturing until I'd given up drinking.
Yeah.
So that is sure. So why would I have had a lawnmower when I was a heavy drinker? Imagine doing that when you're hungover. Yeah,
13-year-old top of the Christmas list.
Exactly. It's not going to happen. That happens over 40. Of course, the best thing about being sober is that I'm present with my kids. I don't really care what other people think about me anymore. I love learning. I'm fit and healthy and energetic. I have good skin. Not such a spotty botty anymore.
No, not perfect. Not perfect. Not spotless.
Not spotless, but much less spots on my bottom. Yeah.
Just fewer of them, but much stronger ones.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah.
This episode has turned a bit funny, hasn't it, because we talked a little bit too much about chlamydia and bottoms.
Yeah, which is not unlike a Sober Awkward episode.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I'm the fittest I've ever been. I like that feeling, of being fit, which is weird.
Let's stop on that, because that's not uncommon in sober people.
Yeah.
You are now in your 40s.
Yes.
And you're the fittest that you've ever been.
Yes.
Isn't that extraordinary?
Extraordinary. Because I'd never done any exercise before.
Yeah.
Why would I? I was too busy, hungover, boozing, organising a party. Never ever did any exercise at all.
This keeps coming up that you're now a person that goes on holiday and finds the local gym.
Exactly. I'm hardcore.
Who is that person?
I know, it's such a weird person. It is like a different person, honestly. Yeah. I'm more in touch with my emotions, as I just said. I'm more accepting of others and their issues, sometimes. I don't sleep with strangers anymore. That is a bonus. Well, not very often. I fill my days, I write, I podcast, I walk, I talk, and I'm fully living.
Yeah.
That's the difference between me drinking and me not drinking. The terms disease and alcoholism just didn't fit for me, Hamish. They were too boxy. All that matters to me now, it doesn't matter about the language or what people call me. All that matters was that I was a drinker and now I'm sober. It's black and white for me. Call me what you want and put me in whatever box you want to put me in. All that matters is those two things. I was somebody that drank and now I'm somebody that don't. Somebody that... I sound like I'm from Top Boy, and now someone that don't.
I don't. I used to do, and now I don't.
I was doing so well there, wasn't I? Shit.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh well. What about you, Hamish?
When I wrote this, I said I'm the fittest I've ever been, but then I recently did my back in the gym.
Oh, yeah,
so now I'm walking like I'm 90.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say, the 2 periods of sobriety that I've had, so 2015, when I did all of these, I had 4 marathons and 3 triathlons and 3 peaks and Tough Mudder. That year, I was sober and incredibly fit. And now I've been sober for over 2 years. And yeah, I now go to the gym every day, which
you're fit.
I've never been able to do. So yeah, I'm now in shape. If I saw myself, I'd be like, oh, that is a person that's in shape.
And when you take your shirt off, Hamish, I'll say this with full respect to Liz, you're quite ripply.
She likes it.
Yeah, I'm sure she does, but she
you've got
loves it. Yeah,
muscles.
he's here with his shirt off now. Every time he comes into the Sober Awkward studio,
I've done
we're in the fucking
200
library.
episodes topless, waiting for you to say that.
Yeah. He come in the library, he's like, why has he got his shirt off again? Rippling away like he does.
So I generally sort of feel more energised and healthier and full of beans than I ever have. I mean, to be fair, at 7 o'clock, I crash and burn.
Yes.
Because I am a parent now, and that's the time that you crash and burn. But during the day, I'm full of beans. I'm great. I don't really have the time or the money to do the test when it tells you what your biological age is in comparison to your real age. You hear people who've done that. But I'm confident that I am younger than I was 5 years ago, biologically.
Same. Yeah, I've probably got the body of a 20-year-old, I'd say.
That's it, yeah. I reckon I'm the
two
same.
20-year-olds.
Standing side by side, yeah. Psychologically, I would say that I'm probably more vulnerable than I've ever been, both in my relationship with Liz, my friendships, and even speaking on this podcast to thousands of people that I've never met.
That is a good
which
point.
I think is a level up. I also think I'm more adaptive than I've ever been. So I've applied for and not been given dream jobs in the last 6 to 12 months, and I feel like I'm better at bouncing back than I would have been when I was drinking. The same goes for any kind of criticism that we ever receive for this podcast. We get plenty of people emailing us saying nasty stuff. I sort of can take it quite well now. I'm not too fazed by it.
I'm better at that now.
Yeah, you got better at it as well.
I've got much better at it, yeah. I don't give a shit if you send me a horrible email.
No, please do. Vic and Hamish at soberawkward.com.
Yeah, we like it. Then we just slag you off behind your back.
Yeah, off air.
Off air,
horrible.
yeah.
Oh, horrible. But
Trisha from Newport.
probably is a real name, isn't it? Recently, I was offered a job to move back to Sydney, and it's like a completely new industry. It's my first ever 9-to-5 job, and we have to sell everything that we own, including our house here. Everything is currently, our life is upside down, and we've got 6 weeks to do this all. And rather than being daunted and afraid and agonised and anxious about all of that, I'm feeling excited.
That's because you have this superpower backing you up, which is your sobriety. It's like a backup system. It's like that collateral, that, sobriety recovery collateral that our lovely Jean McCarthy told us about. You've got the collateral now, and your sobriety is what backs up everything you do now, because you feel strong and you have a clear head. You're able to make wise choices that don't involve you being pickled all the time. You don't have to get pissed to process emotions or anything like that. So you're making choices based on a really solid foundation, I would say. Yeah.
I would say from a self-confidence point of view, I'm proud of the person that I am every day. When I was drinking, I was proud of the person I was most of the days, but certainly not all of the mornings. It's taken some time, and not every night is a success, obviously, but I'm slowly realising that I'm able to do everything I used to do drunk whilst sober. I don't actually even think about it too much anymore, which I think is maybe the thing that I'm most proud of in my sobriety, is I don't actually think about drinking all that much anymore. It's not such a big deal. And I also, I've always been highly motivated by the idea that I might be able to inspire people. That's a big thing for me. And whether that is just my immediate family or my friends or a total stranger, that's what gets me excited and gets me out of bed in the morning. And I believe that since going sober, I've been able to do that more than ever. Mostly through this podcast, obviously. I'm not sure how inspiring I was before, but now at least one person will be inspired by our ramblings on this podcast. And that is, better than I was before.
No, I don't know about that, though. I think your general demeanour is positive, and I do think you were probably inspiring to people before you even knew you were, just because people like being around you and go, oh, that guy's, he's jolly and happy. And I think that's quite inspiring in itself.
That's kind of you to say.
Yeah, that's okay. Give us that tenner, will you?
Yeah.
Before we've even taken the decision to go sober, we spend a lot of time worrying about what we might be giving up. Of course, what a sacrifice sobriety seems to be on the face of it. Not doing something that most people in the world do. It's going to make you feel really left out, isn't it? The truth is, once you've given this sobriety thing a go for a little while, you will realise that you're not giving up anything at all. In fact, the opposite is true. You are adding more to your life than you could ever imagine.
Without trying to sound too preachy, you will become a better person.
Oh, that sounds a little bit preachy.
It's a guarantee that I have for you. You will become a better person. Not only because you spend spend less time at doing dumb drunk stuff and recovering from STIs. But our listeners have reached out to us listing hundreds of ways that giving up sober has changed their characters for the better. They found they've become more environmentally friendly, closer to their families, more empathetic, more patient and harder working. They've discovered new hobbies and interests, and their lives are unrecognisable to those that they had before.
I often hear myself saying, like, you only live once. And being sober is truly living that time to its fullest, isn't it? And it's true, you do only live once. Like, why piss it all up the wall? It's a really good question for somebody who's sitting in a bar, really wasted, numbing everything out, in a blackout. Like, this life is beautiful. And I know it's difficult and hard sometimes, and it's hard to get a good job and money and all these other wars that are going on and stress. And there are difficult times. But there's nothing better than being sober and pushing through those and coming out the other end and feeling like you've done a good job and not questioning any of your behaviour. Because I spent bloody 25 years questioning my own behaviour, which I don't do anymore. And that's just one other thing that you leave in the past when you go sober, is that you will face your problems head on and you will get through them, and that is only going to better your life, isn't it?
There's a quote that I heard recently, I don't know who it is, but we could easily Google it, and it says, it must be someone old because they say man, and old quotes are always like man, we don't really include women, but the quote was, I think, man has two lives, and the second one starts the day they realise they only have one. That we always put off things, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, I'll go sober when, or I'll spend more time with my kids when, or I'll, start saving on this date. And we forget you only have one life, and it is running out, and death is inevitable. I know that is a depressing thing to say, but it's coming. So acting now, and you're thinking about going sober, I'll do it, January 1st.
Yeah.
I'll do it July 1st. I'll do it, when I've got a bit of, when I'm at a less stressful time in my life, or I'll do it after that wedding or that birthday. Don't wait.
Don't wait. Start now. Yeah, I totally agree. I guess what we're saying here is that Steve-O is right. Any other disease, like chlamydia, for example, the best you're hoping for with it is that you recover and get back to a place where you're feeling okay. A 5 out of a 10, maybe. But once you rid alcohol from your life, you're not going to get back to a 5 out of 10. You're going to blow the roof off that previous life and excel in ways you never thought possible. It's going to be a 10 out of 10, isn't it, Hame?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take me for an example. I am both a knobhead who blew her finger off with a firework when I was drunk in Thailand, and a sober mum of 3 who published a book and started an award-winning podcast after I gave up booze. Those two people are completely different. Mm-hmm. Like, you would have hated me as a drinker, Hamish.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, well, not pretty much similar to now, but just I'm not on the floor, I'm sitting up on a chair. That's the only difference. I would
have hated you the same amount that I hate you now.
You still hate me, but like I'm standing up. That's the only difference. Instead of laying down.
I would have just looked down on you physically more than I look down on you now.
Yes.
Morally.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Okay, that's about right. Well done.
We always like to emphasise that point. Despite the wonderful words our listeners often share with us of how the podcast helped them with their sobrieties, there sure as shit ain't nothing special about us.
There sure as shit ain't nothing special about us.
In a Western accent.
Oh, hello there.
Sure as shit ain't nothing special about us.
Get off my land, will you?
Our stories are no different to many of yours, and we aren't here to force you to go sober. What you do with your lives is totally up to you. What we are doing is reaching out to you with an invitation to give it a try. Park the booze train for a month and see how you feel. If you feel as if you've reached a block in your life and you are dissatisfied with how you feel, your relationships, your career, or the way you look, let this be the first domino you knock over and see how it leads to other benefits in your life.
I do think it will solve all those problems. Like, I know we do sound a bit preachy here, and peachy. But I think it will solve a lot of your problems getting sober. I mean, it's interesting that you say that there, like we're giving you an invitation, but that's all we can do on this podcast, and that's what we try and do. We're not going to tell you to get sober, but we're going to try and nudge you into thinking about your drinking. That is it. How is it really impacting your life? And what could be waiting for you out beyond this boozy lifestyle? And it's probably something much, much better than what's going on right now.
Well, making big changes in your life, the key to that is making tiny changes today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, giving up alcohol might seem like it's not going to help you get a promotion at work. That seems like it's a million miles away. But everyone that's ever written to us and said, here are the effects of my sobriety. It is things like you writing a book,
It is.
getting a promotion at work, reconnecting with a family, like enormous change in their life. Just from, I'm not going to drink alcohol today.
Yeah.
That's the decision you got to make today.
It's because, I know we'll do another podcast about this, but it's because of the brain, isn't it, really? The reasons why you're able to do so much more when you give up drinking is because your brain starts working again. You're giving your body and your brain a break from pouring a poison in it, and that brings you back to life. And that's why you start being able to function better and learn easier and understand more, is because you're working better. Your whole physicality is working as it should be, and that changes everything. So once booze is out of your system, you can do whatever you want because there is nothing holding you back. Yeah. It's been a while since we finished with a disappointing affirmation, which remains one of our favourite Instagram pages.
I think you're going to like this one.
Go on.
I think you should say it because I've saved it for you.
Everything happens for a reason. For instance, no one likes you because you're awful. That's very clear. Yeah.
I feel like he didn't upload many new posts for a while, and now he's come back.
Yeah, he's come.
And that's a gem.
A total gem, Hamish. It was amazing. We love that page. I love this episode today, Hamish, because sometimes in this podcast we talk about really specific things and effects of alcohol on the brain and the body and like what's going on and blah, 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 blah. But this is a really simple message, actually, isn't it? Is that if you quit drinking, your life will get better. There is no doubt about it. We will guarantee that, won't we? I'm willing to write one of those IOUs out for you, Hamish.
Guaranteeing that life will get better if you go sober.
I guarantee to anybody that if you get sober, however that might be with therapy, AA, whatever you choose to do, I guarantee that your life will only get better. It's an absolute sure thing.
And if they give up and their life gets worse, what does you guaranteeing that and failing to deliver entitle them to?
Nothing.
They
I'll just run away.
They can't hunt you down.
They can hunt me down if they want, but I'll just run away and deny it.
Can you give them $10?
I'll just deny it.
Okay.
I'm not going to pay them off. I'll just say, no, I never said that.
It's recorded on a podcast.
It's AI. It was an AI voice, wasn't me. Like Trump.
It wouldn't take much to replace us with AI.
No, it wouldn't.
No, we've said all of the words now.
Yes.
And AI could take our words and make a different podcast.
We have basically said all of the words that we know over a period of 100 episodes. Our vocabulary is completely used up. So they could just find
use one, us encouraging alcohol, and make one with our voices.
Yeah.
Can
What are you doing now?
Gonna go mow my lawn.
Oh, yeah.
I actually do have to mow my lawn.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you have a strimmer?
Yes, got a strimmer, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, you've got to come around mine.
Too.
Yeah, you can come around and borrow the strimmer and the...
Pressure cleaner.
Pressure cleaner, all right, yeah. Let's go back there.
So
Let's go and see John for the adult things. Yeah. He's the adult, really, isn't he?
You don't know where the pressure cleaner lives.
So Hamish and I, anytime we need an adult, we call John, don't we? My husband.
That's true.
Because we're like, oh, John, we don't know how to do this. Oh, John, we don't. It's the accounts or the tax or something's wrong with the computer.
John's got 5 kids. He's got your 3 and then us 2.
Yeah, we're good on you, John.
Poor John.
Yeah, poor John. Thanks for listening. If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the document.
Hey guys, I'm Patrick Schwarzenegger, the founder of Mosh, which is a protein bar made specifically for your brain. Our bars are not only nutritious, but they are absolutely delicious, and they are loaded with up to 13 grams of protein, only 3 grams of sugar, and amazing ingredients that support a healthy brain like lion's mane, ashwagandha, vitamin B12, vitamin D3, and so much more. But the best part is, every time you purchase one of our bars, we donate to Alzheimer's research. So if you want to find ways to give back to others and fuel your body and your brain, Mosh bars are the perfect choice for you.
Head to moshlife.com/pod20 to get 20% off plus free shipping on the bestsellers trial pack or the new plant-based trial pack. That's 20% off plus free shipping on either the bestsellers trial pack or the plant-based trial pack at moshlife.com/pod20.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Hey friends, it's Nikayla from the podcast Side Hustle Pro. I'm always looking for ways to keep my kids entertained without screens, and the Yoto Mini has been a total lifesaver. My kids are obsessed. Yoto is a screen-free audio player where kids just pop in a card and listen. Hours of stories, music, podcasts, and more, and no screens or ads. With hundreds of options for ages 0 to 12, it's the perfect gift they'll go back to again and again. Check it out at yotoplay.com. YOTOPLAY.com.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really depressed librarian folk.
Yes.
Good.
So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his teeny little, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it now.
Yeah, go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.